Welcome to our channel, where we bring ancient Greek mythology to life. Today, we delve into the legendary Oracle of Delphi, the Pythian Games, and Apollo's sacred Castalian Spring, stories that shaped the ancient world. If you enjoy mythology, history, and legendary tales, please consider subscribing. Your support helps us continue sharing these incredible stories with the world. After a year visiting the land of the Hyperboreans, Apollo returned to Greece to begin his glorious career. His first feat was slaying the serpent Python to avenge his beloved mother. In the past, when Hera learned of Zeus's affair with Leto, she forbade any land from sheltering Leto and asked Gaia to create a terrifying beast to hunt her down. Gaia gave birth to Python, a massive serpent-dragon hybrid who relentlessly pursued Leto, leaving her in constant fear. With Poseidon's help, Leto reached the island of Ortygia, a floating land created by the god of the sea himself. Apollo, on his chariot drawn by white swans, descended upon Delphi, where Python lived in a deep, dark cave beneath Mount Parnassus. Python not only terrorized the land, but was also believed to be the guardian of an ancient oracle, once belonging to Gaia. From this oracle, Gaia would deliver prophecies to mortals, guiding them in their lives according to the will of the gods. Apollo flew to Delphi. Standing on his chariot, he radiated brilliant light, light from his golden helmet, light from his silver bow and golden arrows. His chariot circled in the sky before landing on a mountain in front of Python's lair. As soon as he approached the cave entrance, Apollo felt uneasy from the cold air seeping from inside. He stepped cautiously into the dark, endless depths. Suddenly, he heard a thunderous rumble, followed by a foul, nauseating stench rising from the abyss. He knew Python was slithering out in search of food. Apollo quickly exited the cave, finding a vantage point to ambush the beast. Python slithered into the valley. Its colossal body crushed rocks, sending debris tumbling down, while gusts of wind stirred up dust and terrorized the land. Wherever Python crashed down, trees snapped, houses collapsed, and the ground sank into lakes. Birds and animals fled in terror. Even the nymphs abandoned their homes. But one child of Zeus did not flee. He advanced to face Python, Apollo, the great and mighty god. Seeing Apollo, Python extended its massive neck, its green eyes blazing, mouth open with fangs bared, its fiery red tongue lashing out to consume its enemy. But Apollo stood beyond its reach. As the serpent recoiled, preparing for another attack, the silver bowstring snapped. Golden arrows whistled through the air, striking Python's head and armored body. Python, wounded, slithered away. But Apollo pursued it to the Temple of Gaia and delivered the final blow, avenging his mother and ridding the land of its terror. Here, the most beautiful virgins were chosen as the Pythia Priestesses, entrusted with the sacred mission of communicating with Apollo and delivering his divine prophecies. For this heroic feat, Apollo earned the title of Apollo Pythian. To commemorate his victory over the Python, he established the Pythian Games, held every 4 years. As the god of arts and music, Apollo ensured that the Pythian Games featured only singers, poets, and musicians. In 586 BCE, athletic competitions were added. In 390 CE, Roman Emperor Theodosius ordered the closure of the Delphi temple. The Pythian Games were last held in 391 CE, the same year he abolished the Olympic Games. Delphi was the religious center of the Greek world, located in Phocis, central Greece, south of the Gulf of Corinth. The temple, built in the 9th century BCE, was said to have been established by Apollo after slaying the Python. The temple was built by Trophonius and Agamedes, two legendary architects. It became a major center for seeking divine oracles. In the 6th century BCE, a fire destroyed the temple, but it was later rebuilt in grandeur. Excavations in the late 19th and early 20th centuries uncovered many relics, including temples, sculptures, and an ancient theater. Beneath the eastern cliffs and the sacred Castalian Spring, believed to purify sins and cleanse one's soul. Ancient myths recount how Apollo pursued a beautiful maiden near this site, who, in desperation, leapt into the spring, giving it the name Castalian Spring. According to Hesiod Theogony, the Omphalos Stone was the one that Rhea used to deceive Cronus, replacing her newborn son, Zeus. Cronus swallowed the child to prevent being overthrown. Later, Zeus made Cronus drink a divine herbal potion, forcing him to regurgitate all his swallowed children, including the Omphalos Stone. The stone became a sacred relic, worshipped with solemn rituals, symbolizing Zeus himself or his divine representation. This myth and its worship reflect a complex belief system, part fetishism, part animism, representing the generational struggle between the Olympians, led by Zeus, and the Titans, led by Cronus. The placement of the Omphalos Stone at the Delphi sanctuary, a site dedicated to Apollo, signifies its integration into classical religious symbolism. Within the temple, a highly sacred area was strictly off-limits to anyone except the Pythia priestesses, who conveyed Apollo's divine prophecies. The Pythia would bathe in the Castalian Spring to absorb divine qualities, enhancing her prophetic abilities and ensuring a spiritual connection with Apollo. Before delivering prophecies, the Pythia would drink from the Castalian Spring, pick a sacred laurel leaf, and sit upon a golden tripod positioned over a fissure, emitting mysterious vapors. The tripod was placed over a fissure, emitting sacred vapors. Only after inhaling these vapors could the Pythia enter a trance to channel Apollo's will. Oracle messages were often cryptic and ambiguous, containing multiple interpretations, making them both revered and feared. Long ago, in the year 546 BCE, King Croesus of Lydia traveled to Delphi to seek guidance from the oracle. Should he wage war against Persia? The oracle replied, "O Croesus, the river Halys still flows. A great empire shall fall." Misinterpreting the prophecy, Croesus waged war against Persia and suffered a crushing defeat. He was captured, and only then did the priests explain, "The oracle spoke true." During the rise of Greek city-states, Delphi was under the influence and control of the Spartan aristocracy. The Pythian Games continued to be held every 4 years in Delphi, drawing vast crowds of pilgrims and spectators. Many believed that Python's corpse, buried beneath the Omphalos Stone, still released toxic vapors through cracks in the rock, affecting the Pythia's trance. The Castalian Spring and its scenic surroundings were not only a place for pilgrims to cleanse their sins, but also a haven for poets and artists. These intellectuals bathed in the sacred waters not for purification, but to gain divine artistic inspiration. Apollo, the god of arts and music, often visited the spring with the muses to sing and revel in its beauty. Thus, the Castalian Spring became more than just a sacred site. It was known as the source of artistic inspiration. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Oracle of Delphi and the legendary tales of Apollo. If you found this video fascinating, we would truly appreciate your support. Subscribe to our channel and be part of our growing mythology community. Let us know in the comments which Greek myths you'd like to explore next. See you in our next adventure